Good morning and welcome to today's devotion. I thought we could turn to Psalm 62 together, and I've turned to the psalm a few times because David really captures the tormented feeling that I think sometimes we all face. And I know I felt a depression in my life at times, and it's like a weight hanging around my neck. And as Christians, we're called to something greater, something better than this world. And we're not necessarily always that successful and perfect at handling our own emotions. And I know this may come as a surprise to some of you, but I mean, it's true. And although David was king almost 3,000 years ago, it's amazing that we can still relate to the burden and the pain and the anguish that he shares. So let's listen here. For God alone my soul waits in silence. From him comes my salvation. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be greatly shaken. How long will all of you attack a man to batter him, like a leaning wall, a tottering fence? They only plan to thrust him down from his high position. They take pleasure in falsehood. They bless with their mouths, but inwardly they curse. You see, David starts off where I might, knowing that in God alone rests my soul's salvation, but the frustration and the anger, and especially those around me who are slandering me and are slandering David, they try to take him down in life, and not honestly, but with blessings from their mouths, praising David to his face, but cursing behind his back. I don't know about you, but I have that in my life at times. And in verse 8, David reminds us, though, that God is a refuge and that we should trust in him always. But what about the worldly problems that we're still left with facing? Now, verses 9 and 10, David puts some things into perspective for us. Those of the low estate are but a breath. Those of the high estate are a delusion. And in the balances, they go up. They're together, lighter than a breath. In verse 10, we put no trust in exhortation. Set no vain hopes on robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart on them. What we see around us are the delusions of the high and mighty, those who think that they are in control of the world around them, and of us, really, right? And even perhaps our nation. But we're to put no trust in their words. We do not hope in their redistributions of legislative plans, their progressive or conservative approaches to governance. It doesn't matter. If we by hard work or even fortune become enriched, we still do not set our hearts upon those earthly issues. Instead, we're to remember, we know in the utmost depths of our being that the power belongs to God alone, and that he brings steadfast love and will render up to man according to his work. So Lord, let us be faithful to you in our love for you and in the work that we do, that we might bring you honor and glory forever. Amen.